here we are. We've got the Master Collection. It's finally here. I've seen a lot of things being spoiled already, so to get ahead of it, I wanted to just get my first impressions out of the way. I was gonna like do a deep dive into the 2D titles and you know, kind of go through them one by one, little by little, but I've seen a lot of things already, some good, some not. So I'm just going to dip my feet into a little bit of everything today, get my first impressions and all that, and kind of form my opinion on this collection. So, in the bonus content, I didn't look into this a whole lot, but first things first, this menu music is dope. Like, I feel like I'm in an elevator, and for some reason, it's awesome. Like, I kind of wish this music played in all of the Metal Gear Solid elevators. That would be sweet. But anyway, I thought the bonus content was just like the pre-order bonus content, because I didn't actually, like, read the store page on it. So the bonus content is where we get Metal Gear, the NES port, and Snake's Revenge. And I believe, yeah, we've got the North American and the Japanese version. So, this is not the MSX version, as far as I know, because the MSX version is separate. The MSX, Metal Gear Solid, and Metal Gear Solid 2 are in a different launcher. So this is just, from, you know, looking at it real quick, this is just like the NES port, and I wasn't aware that they did a Japanese version of it. Makes sense, though. And then we've got Snake's Revenge here, which, as we all know, isn't an official sequel. But, you know, I'm going to play it anyways. So we've got that. Go down to video. We've got the graphic novels. So those are cool. I'll have to check them out at some point. Here's our digital soundtrack. Now, I was actually pretty surprised that we had, like, I figured the digital soundtrack was just going to be the, you know, like the 3 pre-order tracks, right? Well, we've got a bunch of different tracks here that we can listen to, which is pretty cool. And I really like the fact that even though I'm on PC, I've got PlayStation button prompts. I was kind of worried about that it would default to Xbox. But I'm very happy that at least right now I've got, you know, PlayStation button prompts. So I haven't looked into really anything. I just downloaded these this morning as soon as I got up. So there's our digital. So here's where we download the graphic novels, and those will show up here. And then the options menu, we've obviously got our languages, which is cool. This is one thing that I actually really like. I was kind of impressed with, you know, being able to have the wallpapers. You know, so that's really cool because it's just something to take up that extra space with everything being a 16:9 ratio. It's nice to just have something to fill that space. But what's also cool is you can, well, I can run it in windowed mode, which is nice, but I can also align the game window to the right or to the left. And so we get a little bit more of the wallpaper on one side, you know, so that's really nice. I kind of dig that. It's a nice little addition. So here we've got, you know, notifications of, you know, future updates and, you know, things of that nature. The button settings. This was awesome to me because we've got, I can have 2 different types of PlayStation button prompts. And then there's also Xbox, if you've got Xbox, and there's keyboard. So, looks like there's 2 different types of Xbox button layouts. So, I like the fact that we've got options. Dig that. So, I'm not going to jump into these right now, because I am going to be doing a deep dive into the 2D titles here in the near future. I am going to be doing a deep dive into these 2D titles here in the future. Starting tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing the original MSX Metal Gear. I've never played any of the 2D titles, so I'm excited for that. So let's go back to the Steam menu here, and I'm probably not even going to open this one. So let's start with Metal Gear Solid, because I've heard some. I haven't heard very favorable things about this. So I wanted to experience this for myself before I form a negative opinion on it. I know some people are even mad about the warning in the front, but it's just, I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, they could have changed the game a lot. I'll take a warning screen over, massive changes. So we've got to confirm our, we got to read through this. Nobody does. Oh, we can zoom. That's neat. All right. So here we go. Metal Gear Solid. So here we've got our game selection. Oh, there's our VR missions, special missions, integral. I always played the original version back in the day. I never got a hold of the integral version. I know a lot of people played the integral version. That I feel like that kind of became the more popular version to play. I am kind of excited to get into these. Because I had the VR missions disc way back in the day. So it'll be kind of neat to check that out. Edit save data. Oh, okay, so we actually have like a memory, like a virtual memory card here. That's kind of neat. Online manual. Also, we got there's our front and back of the game screen. Now, the one thing I'm not a huge fan of is when you open the online manual. Well, at least what I saw earlier was it actually took you to a web browser, but this all looks like it's in-game. Oops. It's going to take me a minute to get used to, circle being confirmed. So, unfortunately, we've got the manual is all in Xbox, it looks like. So that's unfortunate. But I'm digging the I'm digging this manual. It's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, everything's digital now, so we're just gonna have to get used to it, I guess. So let's go through here's the master book. This book references content from the entire Metal Gear series. We recommend reading this after you've completed each game to avoid spoiling your experience. Well, I've played them all, so let's just kind of poke around a little bit. Oh, okay, it's L1 and R1 to flip pages. So oh, it's even got information about the other titles in here too. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty comprehensive list in here. The world of Metal Gear and how it ties with ours. Nice. I'm gonna have to spend some time just checking this stuff out. There's a lot of stuff in here. Alright, let's close that for now. Screenplay book. Oh. Okay, this is dope. So it's like an actual... Well, it's a screenplay book. I mean, I don't know what else I expected, but this is actually really cool. I don't know how much I'm going to actually, like, go into this or anything, but I dig the... the little notes and everything that like set the stage and all that. Like that's cool. I dig that. I have to admit that most of what I've seen has been from the speedrunners community, and I've heard some good things and some bad things about these games. So I'm looking at this more from a casual standpoint, because I don't speedrun any of these titles. The only Metal Gear game that I speedrun currently is Metal Gear Twin Snakes. That's where my speedrun knowledge starts. So I dig these wallpapers. I really do. So they got 7 wallpapers for this. I think I'm going to go with this one. I like that one. Keep that center aligned. Button settings. Okay, so we just got the same there. Alright, legal, privacy, and quick games. So let's go to game selection, and I'm going to do the OG. Here we go. Oh man, that brings back memories, doesn't it?
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government...
I haven't watched this opening in quite a while.
And they say that if their demands are not met within 24
I'm used to seeing the
hours,
Twin Snakes version because I speedrun it so much.
weapon. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as
I might change the wallpaper because that one's a little bright. I think I want a darker wallpaper in the background.
Investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by
What's up, man?
And then...
we'll launch a one-man SDV.
Dude, this Master Collection's actually got quite a bit of cool stuff in it that outside of the games. Like, there's an entire screenplay book, you know, for each of the games. You know, like you just sitting down reading the script and all that stuff. There's tons of cool stuff in this.
High-tech Special Forces
All right.
unit Foxhound, your former unit. And one that
Yeah, I'm a big fan so far of just the extras that they've put in. You know, and also the fact that I can, you know, play the original, you know, I can play all these titles on my PC without having to run through a capture card and everything else, and having, like, all of this stuff in just one nice package. It's really cool. Oh, okay, there's our controller settings. I was trying to figure out what the hell that, like, noise is in the background, and I think there's like a leaf pickup truck going on in the background, so you'll have to forgive me for that. Nothing I can do about that. So here we've got our previous operations. So yeah, this is all standard. So this gives us our summary of the original 2D titles. So this was, you know, this was the original way we've, you know, we're able to, you know, get the previous stories going into Metal Gear Solid. So So yeah, let's jump into this. We're going to do easy difficulty. And I got a Steam achievement already, so that's lit. I'm not going to play this game a whole lot because I do want to get to Metal Gear 2 and Metal Gear 3, so I'm going to play each one of them a little bit, check out some of the extras and stuff that comes with it, and just kind of get a feel for these, because I am going to play this entire Master Collection casually starting Wednesday night. I was going to wait and, like, just experience each one at a time, but there's been so much information already because Xbox players were able to get the game yesterday. So it's like a lot of stuff's going to get spoiled for me anyway, so I might as well at least just dip my feet into them right now, right off the bat, and you know, get a feel for them and share the experience while I do so. And so far, the only thing that I have seen has been from the speedrunning community, and it's been mixed. So I'm like, you know what? I need to just jump into these and, you know, see how I'm going to feel about them from a casual standpoint, because I don't speedrun any of these.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator.
Now, the important thing to note
but make sure nobody
so
sees
far
you. If you need to,
is it looks like
the frequency is
Metal Gear Solid 1
1.85.
is an emulation. So, like, there was the original game released in, you know, 98 on PS1, and then there was a digital version.
No one but you will be able to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
But there was a digital version released for PS3, and that was like a digital emulation. It wasn't a port, it was a digital emulation. And so it looks like right now, the version that we got is like an emulation. So we're not going to get like instant loads and things like that. And so let's see here. Yeah, this is the part that I was worried about. Is I tested this last night because I heard about this from the speedrunners. You heard nothing, sir. But I heard about this from the speedrunners last night. So you'll see here, if I use the D-pad, I've got 8-point movement. So I've got up, down, left, right, and then diagonal. The analog stick is exactly the same way. I don't have full 360 movement. It's still just 8-point movement with an analog stick. So that kind of sucks. But if we press L and R, we get an in-game menu. And so we've got controller settings right here. So here's controller connection, connect is... Oh, okay, so this is connect as player 1 or player 2. So this is for the Mantis fight. I thought this was something else when I saw it, but yeah, this right here is just so you can beat Mantis. That's kind of funny. What's interesting is there's no disc change. But yeah, it's really unfortunate that this modern port is limited to 8-point movement when, because I have an original Black Label copy that was released for the PS1, and I popped it in my PS2 yesterday, and I had full 360 motion, whereas this is just 8-point. Which kind of sucks, but from a casual standpoint, I don't think it's going to bother me a whole lot. I mean, let's be honest, this is a PS1 game, so it's not like, you know, this is a modern title. Yeah, the thing is I'm starting to wonder at this point if Konami has just simply, like, lost the source code or, like, the original assets and everything for this game, so they can't do a lot of things with it. Like, all we can get is, like, emulation ports of it. You know what I mean? So that does kind of suck, considering that I had full 360 analog in the original game. I mean, for fuck's sake, this game's 25 years old. I can imagine, you know, certain things have gotten lost over the years. But so far, I mean, visually the game looks pretty decent. I mean, the closest you could get to this before today was either by emulator or through I think the PS3 digital version, but the PS3 digital version I think stretched it. There might have been a way to play it in 4:3 ratio. It's been a while since I've touched that digital PS3 version. But I do like the fact that it's not stretched to fit the widescreen. Because I can't stand it when things are stretched. Yes, it still has better movement than Siberia. That is very true. That game was awful. So yeah, I can't complain too hard about what I've gotten so far. You know, it's... I can understand how full 360 movement from a speedrunning standpoint would suck. I haven't really been paying attention to like loads and stuff though, so we'll see how the like cutscene transitions look. It's so funny looking at this game now 25 years later and like seeing how pixelated it is and everything, but back in the day it was an absolutely massive you know, accomplishment to have a 3D game that looked like this. This was a huge deal in '98.
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia.
Now, since I am going to be casually playing this game, I am going to skip through some stuff. So, each face button, you can press any face button to skip codecs. So that's neat. Whereas it used to just be triangle or X, I think. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
The voice acting in this version is far superior to Twin Snakes, though. Like, I love me some Twin Snakes. Like, I hated that game for so long. But the voice acting in this version is so much better. I can't wait to get back to playing this game casually again, because it just feels like the atmosphere and the tension and everything just feels so much better. Yeah, it is. Well, I think graphically, I think it was still a little... It wasn't top of the line, but... Because, I mean, I can think of a few games from this era that kind of looked better than this. Like, Snake doesn't even technically have a face, you know? But... I mean, for the sheer size of this game, it was pretty impressive for its day. Damn it, I was worried that was going to happen. Oh, I forgot I can't roll in this game. Faceless Snake. I'm surprised they didn't make that a character in this game. Okay, this is not good. Okay, I do have a ration though, so that's lit. Now, I wonder, because it says press circle while the menu is open. I wonder if I change the controller settings. Oh, I can't actually change the button parameters in this menu. Because you can actually change between you know, Xbox control, you know, Xbox prompts and PlayStation prompts. So that's neat. But I'm just curious to see if this would still say press circle or if it would say press B. I would imagine it still says press circle. Snakeless face. But I would imagine this would still say press circle even if you've got Xbox button prompts, just because of how old this game is. But I don't have a way to test that right now unless I go back to the menu and change my button prompts, and I don't want to do that. So let's get this SOCOM here. Damn it. I love how they don't come in the truck to investigate. I can just hide right here. I suppose I could make a save and find out because, well, you could get it on either PS5 or Xbox. So I mean, you could play it either version. But yeah, I might check that out just in case because I'm on PC. So I would imagine on Xbox you don't have the option to change between PlayStation and Xbox buttons. So that's also a thing. And then obviously I'm assuming on, you know, PS5 or PS4 you wouldn't have the option for Xbox prompts. I want to try something because there's the infamous vent glitch that we use, that speedrunners use to skip like 30% of this game. I want to see what happens if I do it right here. Oh, it just pops me up into the truck. Okay. Once I get into the tank hangar, I'll make a save and I'll check that out. That would be funny, to be playing on Xbox. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, that would be really funny if you could, like, force Xbox controller prompts on a PS5 or, you know, PlayStation prompts on a Xbox. That would be kind of funny.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
I'm not going to play through all... I mean, I am going to check out all three today. But I'm kind of just dipping my feet in and getting a feel for all of these games today before they get spoiled for me. Starting tomorrow night, I normally stream at night, so this is a kind of a rare occurrence. But this is kind of just to go through everything and get a feel for it all, check everything out. But starting tomorrow night, I'm going to actually play the original MSX Metal Gear. I'm going to do all of these casually, but I'm going to do them one at a time. But for today, I'm just kind of checking them out a little bit here and there. So I'm not going to play through this entire game tonight. Also, keep your eye on that woman or today. I'm not. So I am going to get to Metal Gear 2. I am going to check out Metal Gear 3. I'm going to check out a lot of stuff. And so that's why I'm like skipping cutscenes and codecs and stuff, because I kind of want to just get a feel for what's going on here. I wanted to just wait and play through them all one at a time and experience them as I played through them casually, but there's so much information already coming out about these because the Xbox release happened yesterday. Well, the Xbox release didn't happen yesterday, but people were able to like set their Xbox Ones to like Japanese time zones and get the download early from the Japanese market. So a lot of information came out yesterday, at least in regards to the Xbox versions. Alright, so I'm going to call Mei Ling and make a save and see how that works on, you know, a PC. Oh, I forgot about that. Shit. It's been so long since I played this version because I speedrun Twin Snakes. But what is kind of funny is if you equip and unequip like a chaff grenade or something like that, Snake kind of like floats. And so he doesn't make noise on the grates. So that's kind of funny. Okay, why can I not bring up my codec?
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your...
So, for some reason, if I press the share button, which is, you know, would have been select, nothing happens. I have to press the touchpad to bring up the codec. So that's interesting. So let's give Mei Ling a call here and make a save.
You found out where the DARPA chief is. With his nanomachine transmitter, he should show up as a...
Yeah, in the, like, opening menu, there was, like, a virtual memory card. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, I can return to the main menu here. Okay, so that returns us to this main menu, not the game main menu. So here's our edit save data. So this is like our virtual memory card. Okay, and so we've got 8 total that we can use. So let's see, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 15 blocks. So 15 times 8. It's a lot of math this early in the morning. It's like 120 blocks that we can have here. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember reading something about that. Okay, so let me go to the options, button settings, and let me change these to Xbox. I'll go with this layout. And now I'll go to the game selection and load the save that I made. Can I change the wallpaper from in here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like I can only change the wallpaper before I launch the game. I do kind of like how they changed this, though. Integral didn't work for you, huh? See, I never played Integral back in the day, so I was more interested in the OG version, but I could probably load up or try to load up Integral and see what that's all about. Alright, so let's load our game here. No, I don't want to read the mission log right now. Huh. Oh, wow, they actually did change that. It says use rations by pressing B while the menu's open. I was expecting that to still say circle. I'm surprised they updated that. That's interesting. Press B to zoom, A to zoom out. So yeah, they actually did change the in-game menus to reflect hold down X to aim, release to fire. So yeah, they actually did change all this depending on what you're doing. So that's cool. So I would assume the Switch version is also the same way, because the Switch version would have slightly different, you know, button layouts too. So if I press reset game, will that take me back to the main menu of the actual game? Yep. Okay. So let me go back to the main menu because I don't want Xbox prompts. I'm not an Xbox guy, but that's an interesting note for PC players anyways. And again, I assume if you're playing on the respective console that will just be default. But we'll see. So let's check out Integral. The Japanese language pack is not installed. Would you like to go to the Steam store? I remember reading something from the speedrunners this morning that it's like labeled as a DLC. Let me actually close this out and go back to Steam. Because I think it was listed under the DLC stuff. Let me actually go back to Discord and look. Okay, properties, DLC, check the install option. Were you trying to play this on console or PC? Okay, I don't have a DLC option. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, this screenshot right here shows general updates installed, you know, controller, and then DLC, and then the Japanese language pack. There might... I wonder if there's... Let me launch the game again. There might be something in the menu for that. Download. Japanese language pack. Would you like to go to the Steam store? Yes. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I downloaded everything as well, so I almost wonder if it's maybe there's what if I try to go to the European pack? Will that bring up anything? I almost wonder if maybe depending on the region it's not accessible yet. Like depending on which region of the world you're in, like which servers you're on and stuff. I will check back on this in a couple days, or maybe, you know, at some point within the next few days, and see if that changes. But yeah, that's kind of shitty. I would imagine it'll be available at some point. Huh. Alright, well, I guess the integral version ain't gonna... I'll have to look into that at some other point, maybe do some deep diving into that. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. Let's alright, let me go back to this. I want to check and see if this like loads super slow, because it's looking like right now this is just a fancy emulator. Is basically what we have going on here. So like a lot of people were hoping for like super fast load times and things like that. Yeah, the integral version did add a couple things. So there was like, I mean, I don't know about this version, but I do know that, like there was a very easy difficulty where you get an MP5, that you can use. I'm doing this so I don't make noise on the floor. It caused a snake to, like, float. It's one of the few speedrunning tricks I know about this game. Yeah, the 8-point movement does kind of suck. But it's not, like, horrible. Like, I can deal with it, you know? Once I talk to the DARPA chief here, I'll probably move on. Although, one thing that's interesting is the action button is circle. And I seem to remember back in the day, the action button was triangle. I could be wrong on that. To, like, use the elevators and stuff like that, I'm using circle instead of triangle. I thought to, like, press the elevator button, it was triangle. But it's been so long since I played this version. I think the last time I played it was in, like... I did a casual playthrough in, like, April or May of this year, but I only went through it once, and I did it on an emulator. So I'm gonna skip through these because again I'm gonna come back to all this later.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. The voice acting is so good in this version. Oh yeah, these cutscene skips are taking a while.
Naomi,
That's interesting. The camera zooms in from behind the door.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Oh yeah, I forgot. A lot of people were mad about Johnny over there. They put underwear on Johnny. A lot of people were mad as shit about that. I don't really care one way or the other. It's not that big of a deal to me, but, I mean, I suppose it's not original, you know? It's whatever. I can think of other things to be mad about, like 8-point analog sticks.
Thanks for the help.
Wait! Who are you?
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss,
Okay, so there's a, I was given, there's a link. I saw a link where you can download the Japanese pack. I will post this link in the chat.
good girl. Just like that.
So according to what I'm seeing here, it says, for anyone wanting the Japanese language pack, press the install button on this page and it will force it onto your Steam. The Steam page hasn't been updated yet.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are
So I'll copy this link in here.
What was it?
It must have been psychometric
So,
interference coming from
y'all
the
have access to that?
Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was...
Oh, I can change the wallpaper. Cool. I want one that's a little darker, I think. Yeah, give me that one. Whoops. Yeah, that looks a little better. Although I don't like the black bars on the top and the bottom either. But, I mean, I just now noticed it, so... Well, I'm pretty sure the vent glitch has already been tested. But I'll check it out anyways. And that's probably where I will end this playthrough and move on. I do have to say, maneuver, because in order to do the vent glitch, you have to run in front of this vent and crouch down and crawl backwards. Not having 360 analog actually makes this a little easier. I mean, you could just use the D-pad as well, but okay. So let's see if this works. As expected. Vent glitch works. And just like that, if you've never seen that before, that skips
Looks like I got a roommate.
That skips Revolver Ocelot, that skips the tank, that skips Mantis, that skips the Ninja, that skips Wolf 1. So if you've never seen that before, there's the vent glitch. And it's funny because I still have my weapons. Oh, the Johnny sneeze. I just threw a stun grenade in here and his response was just shut up. Now, see, I'm going to have to look into this a little bit, because I could have swore when you used the vent glitch, you had to sit through you had to go through at least one torture session. Again, I don't know a whole lot about speedrunning this game, but I thought for sure you had to at least sit through, like, get through one torture session.
Snake, are you okay? I've been better.
So this is the codec call that comes in afterwards. I feel like Johnny might come out and say, alright, it's... I think that's what happens. I think Johnny runs to the bathroom once, and then he comes back and says, hey, Snake, it's showtime, or something like that. But I'm going to hide under the bed. See what happens.
That's better.
Because Johnny might come to the door and just trigger a cutscene.
He's gone!
This game is no longer... Oh, he just got knocked out. I thought you could kill him. Well, I think you can kill him, actually, if you choke him. But, so yeah, there's the vent glitch. Oh, but I don't have... You do have to sit through torture because I don't have the level 6 key card. That's what it is. There's no way for me to continue because I haven't talked to Otacon to get the level 6 card. That's what it is. And I may have just soft-locked this game, because I don't know if Johnny's going to wake up. I think he might just be out permanently now. Yeah. Well, I guess this is a good point for me to move on to MGS 2 and check that out. So, yeah, let's return back to the main menu. And actually, let me quit this game real quick and hit this link and see what this is all about. So let me drag this down here. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so if we open up this link, it'll say install here, let Steam, and try installing this DLC. So here's the Master Collection Japanese language pack. If I press install, open link... Okay, now I've got a DLC here in Steam. And now it's starting the download. So, if you're still watching, Frey Blackheart, there is how you can get the Japanese language pack. Kind of sucks to have to do it that way right now. Shit should just work. So yeah, I will let that run. And so it's 3.2 gigs. If it's a language pack, I don't see why it would be 3.2 gigs. That seems a little much. Hello. And actually, well, I'll let it run for a minute. My bit rate's gone to shit on my stream, so it's probably going to look like ass. I'm dropping frames like crazy because I have this download going in the background. But it's only like 2 minutes or so for me to finish this, and then I'll see if I can still load up the integral version. Really? Yeah, I've seen some stuff. Now, the one thing that's going to take some time for me to get used to with Metal Gear 2 is lowering your weapon for like collecting dog tags and stuff, and like when you hold up your weapon. Back in the day, you know, it was square and you lightly let off of it and it would you know, he'd put the gun down. Now you have to press L3 and then let off a square, and that's just weird to me. On Twin Snakes for GameCube, I speedrun that on the console and on emulator, and on my controller you hold square and then you press triangle and he lowers the weapon. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebind that L3 button to also be triangle, so I can put the gun down with triangle. So essentially what I can do is just add an extra command, go to gamepad, and make it the left stick click. And so triangle will essentially function as the L3 button and triangle. So I'm going to test that out here momentarily. But let's see. I've got about 1 minute 20 seconds left on this, and I will just see if Integral will launch. And my bit rate should recover after that. I don't know how my stream looks right now, but it probably looks like shit. But it should recover here shortly. I think what I'm excited for most is Metal Gear 3, because I mean, the Metal Gear 1 is, for all intents and purposes, just an emulated version. I already have that. And you can play PS1 discs on an emulator. So it's like, I'm not really getting anything I didn't already have, but I mean, it is kind of nice to just have it right here in Steam with everything else. Metal Gear 2, I do have Metal Gear 2 Substance on my PC already, and the actual PC port from back in the day with, you know, some fan patches and stuff, and it runs pretty good. So I'm not really gaining anything I didn't already have here, but this is the HD version. I didn't have the HD version, but it had like the HD like texture pack and stuff on it. And then, but Metal Gear 3 I think is what I'm most excited for, because the only way to play that was through you know, a PS2 or a PS3. So I'm pretty stoked to be able to play those on PC now. So let me open this back up, because yeah, now let's see, view DLC in store. Yeah, it's not showing up in here at all. So that link looks like the only way right now. Alright, so we'll load this back up and see what happens. I should be able to launch Integral now. Yeah, the Japanese language pack is grayed out, so I can't download that, so that is installed. I wonder why this special missions... Oh, you need the European pack for special editions. For the special missions. I'll have to look at that later. Start main story, start VR disc. I'll start main story. Yeah, that part's annoying. I'm not a big fan of that either. Having to drag her around. It's funny, I don't think I've ever actually played Integral. I've always played just the original version from back in the day. So yeah, very easy. Let me go back to the options. I think there's a way... Yeah, give me English subtitles, please and thank you. Or is that only audio language? That might just be audio language. Yeah, I know on Very Easy, if I remember correctly, you do get an MP5. To start off with. Oh, gotcha. So the menus are still in Japanese. Oh, I get infinite ammo in this too? That thing's kind of lit. So, there you go. For now, that's how you launch Integral. And install the Japanese pack. I need to follow that link. Yeah. Hopefully one day we'll get a proper PC port of Twin Snakes. Volume 2. I'm holding out for it. So let me actually see if I follow that link again. If I can get the European pack. There's the Japanese language pack. Huh. Yeah, it's weird that they don't have those language packs ready to go on Steam right now. That's kind of unfortunate. But let's move on to Metal Gear 2, shall we? So, yeah, it's been confirmed that we only have 8 point... I mean, it's been confirmed by a lot of people already, but I've confirmed it for myself that we only have 8-point movement with the analog stick. But it really wasn't that bad, I didn't think. I mean, it kind of is what it is, really. It didn't bother me a lot, anyway. I could... For a casual playthrough, I could probably get used to it after a while. No, I'm only just, like, dipping my feet into all these. Because I am going to be playing all of these casually. And I was going to start with the Metal Gear MSX and then play Metal Gear NES, and then do Snake's Revenge, and, you know, like, the entire collection in release order. But there was so much stuff already coming out about, you know, the 3 mainline titles. That a lot of stuff was already getting spoiled, so I was like, I wanted to experience it for myself, and so I'm kind of just dipping my feet into it, and just kind of seeing, just checking everything out. So there's... Can we get the Japanese language pack for Metal Gear 2? Nope. Alright. I really dig this master book. These are cool. You know, having, you know, this whole, like, archive thing and everything. So here's the Metal Gear 2 world and story. So this, it's like a little magazine. This is going to take some time to get through. I'm just kind of skimming through it all right now. This might actually help some of the story make a little bit more sense. You know? Music list. Oh, you can play background music during this? That's cool. Animation when switching pages. Yeah, we'll keep that on. Oh, bookmark. Neat. Control guide. Table of contents. Complete dog tag guide. Hidden elements. Tips and Easter eggs. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a physical book. Oh, okay, so... wow, this is actually really cool. The hidden elements right here, so... you know, like right here. After defeating Olga, if you crouch or crawl around her body and call Otacon, there will be a conversation about her sleeping face. If you shoot the sleeping Olga, Otacon will say, how could you shoot someone who's unconscious? So that's like, tells you all the little Easter eggs and everything. That's really cool. And then here's like a checklist for all of the dog tags. That's sweet. I dig that. And then also got the screenplay book on this. So this is cool too. I really dig this. Like, I mean, yeah, I've already got Metal Gear 1, I've already got Metal Gear 2, I've already got all these games, but having just these extras with all of it, I appreciate the little things. So we'll check all that out, but that's an option. See, I've already changed my button settings. Now, one thing I did do was I went into the controller settings and I added the L3 button, the L3 stick click, to also be triangle. So that way I can lower my weapon, because that's how they did it on the Xbox versions. And that was weird to me. So, let's see. So, yeah, we'll do English. Let's check out the manual real quick. Some controls may display with inputs names used in the original game. So yeah, unfortunately the manual shows everything as Xbox. I want to like Metal Gear 2. I just don't like Raiden. What the fuck? Okay. So it like closed it out and then opened it back up. And this is obviously a direct port of the HD collection from Xbox, because it literally says HD collection in the bottom corner when you start the game. And this was one of the other negative things that I had heard, was that I heard that Metal Gear 2 and 3 run at 720p. Whoops. That's weird. To get through the, like, opening game menu, you press X to confirm and circle to go back. I forgot the HD edition changed that. The original PS2 version was still circle to go forward in menus. Oh, is this our VR missions in here? It's been a long time since I've looked at the VR missions. Code name, Suave. Can I use the keyboard for this? I can use the keyboard for this. Oh, pff. Just WASD. That sucks. See, today's the 24th. Y'all don't need to know my birthday. Happy birthday. Hey, look at that, because I made my birthday today. Your link for the Japanese version of MGS 1 does not work for you. Where are you located in the world? Because I'm in the US, and so that link was posted by somebody also here in the US. So I wonder if it's region specific. Sneaking mission 60. Is there a sneaking mission 60? Well, I can't go down and look, but I need to do sneaking mission 60 and weapons 80 before I can actually play the game. Man, I spent so much time on these back in the day. Whoops. I remember when I got Substance. That might be why. I'm just happy to have them as PC ports. Like, just the fact that they were willing to bring the... Just the fact that they were willing to bring them to modern ports, you know, modern systems, I'm happy enough about that, honestly. Like, it's kind of hilarious to me that I feel like some people were expecting, like, you know, full HD remakes of these games. Like, guys, they're not going to put that much effort into it. Whoops. Oh, come on. Alright. Alright, let's get into the actual game now. First person view mode. I forgot about that. I forgot that was the thing. Yeah, I'm just glad we've got new ports of these. That's it. You know, like, I don't have to dig my PS3 out to play Metal Gear 3. What's not to be happy about? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, but that's a full-on remake. You hear snoring in the background? That's my dog. My dog's sleeping in the room right next to me, so you hear him. He's a beagle bulldog mix.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago.
Like, the last time I played these was, I played the original PS2 versions.
The whole thing stank. but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
I wasn't paying attention to the main menu music, to be honest with you. Yeah, the last time I played all these was, I think in like April and May. I played through 1, 2, 3, and 4 throughout like March, April, and May. But I played the original PS2 versions of this game and the third one. So I didn't even play the HD versions
This is Snake.
back in the day, earlier this year.
Loud and clear.
I'm skipping this stuff because, again, I will be doing a casual playthrough of all of these. I want to just kind of check out some of the gameplay. And I want to check out my little my controller rebind here. Oh, that's weird. I don't care for that. What the hell? For some reason, L1 is making me run to the right. No, not gonna happen. So, I don't even have DS4 Windows on. So why is L1 making me run to the left? What? How did that get changed? I don't know how this got changed, but it did. For some reason, L1 was binded to my left stick right. So that was weird. Let me make sure all this is good. What's up, Suave? What's up, Suave? What's up, Grim? Needless to say, I don't think I got enough sleep. Yeah, I am. It's... David Hayter's the man. Okay, that's more like it. So yeah, because this is the, you know, an Xbox port, back in the day, we'd lightly let off the square button to put our gun down. Well, we can't do that anymore. The left stick click isn't that weird for me, but on Twin Snakes, it's A and Y. You press the Y button to drop your weapon. So when I play Twin Snakes on emulator, I drop the gun down with triangle. So being able to do the same thing here is pretty neat. So I've got you talking about the Steam controller menu? Because yeah, that's just Shift and Tab, and then right down here, go to controller settings, and that'll bring well, and then go to edit layout, and then you can do all that. But yeah, so what I did was I added the left stick click to triangle. So triangle is basically going to be pressing triangle and the left stick click at the same time. But the only thing the left stick click does is allow you to lower your weapon. So once I get to doors and things like that, theoretically, those should all open as normal. Okay, so for some reason, I'll have to look at my button mappings again, but on Metal Gear 1, the share button would not bring up the codec. I had to use the touchpad. So the share button does bring up the codec in this game, so that's neat. Yeah, because on Twin Snakes, the Y button serves two functions. You can lower your weapon with it, and it's the action button.
Free.
Oh, I like how it even says press touchpad. It doesn't say press select, it says press touchpad. I dig that. Again, I wonder how that looks on Xbox. Because I was surprised to see in Metal Gear 1 that they actually changed the in-game menus to read, you know, A and B for Xbox on Metal Gear Solid 1. So I would imagine if you're using Xbox prompts in this game, it would say, like, press back or something like that. Haha, that glitch still works. Doesn't serve any actual purpose other than it's fun to do. Wait. I mean, there is, like, you can actually do that on the heliport on the second level, and do it that way, but if you actually go, like, actually truly out of bounds, Snake just falls through the floor. Now, one thing I did not know was that if you just, again, because I never played the Xbox ports, but if you just press L3 or triangle or whatever it is to put your gun down, he'll just stand there and aim it. Did not know that. So I don't actually have to hold square to aim the gun. Neat.
Freeze. Don't kill me.
That little codec jingle's a little different than it used to be. This will definitely make Metal Gear 2 more enjoyable for me, though. I mean, like, the HD collection was nice, but I feel like in this particular setting, being able to, you know... Because even on the HD collection, I couldn't properly play this game because I didn't have any, like, PS3 controllers anymore. So I was using my DualSense still through an adapter, and so, like... You know, I couldn't put my weapon down, you know, there was a lot of pressure-sensitive stuff that I couldn't do anymore. Twin Snakes was the VR version, was the VR missions that Raiden did.
Since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my home. We've shared everything.
One more shot and she's down.
I have no one. Nothing.
Bam! Nighty-night, Olga. Oh, cool. I got an achievement for that. I wonder if the two-position picture still works. I'm sure it probably does. I'm sure all of the glitches and everything at, well, glitches and strategies and everything from the HD collection also work in this version. It's a direct port, so I probably don't need to spend a whole lot of time testing that kind of stuff. Thermal goggles. See, I'll give this I'll probably mess around here in Metal Gear 2 for a little bit longer, and then because I do want to check out Metal Gear 3 before I gotta head out to work. But Grim, there's a lot of little extras in this thing here that I think you'll appreciate. You'll have to check out the like game menu and stuff before you get started, because it's a nice. They did a lot of cool stuff with that, with the master book and the screenplay book and everything else. I actually, you talking about down in the holds? Because I do remember that one. Faceplant.
Freeze. Don't kill me.
I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's different, but that little codec jingle kind of bugs me how it's different. That codec jingle has been changed, and it kind of bothers me. And I don't know why.
Freeze. Are you going to shoot me?
Am I going to... Oh, you're a tough guy. Now, the original codex... Well... Again, I'm so used to playing Twin Snakes, so maybe it's always been that way, and I've never paid attention to it, but I swear it's different. It's... I did start off with Metal Gear 1. Unfortunately, the Japanese language pack seems like it's not available for certain regions still, so you can't launch Integral without like a couple workarounds. So far, Metal Gear 2's been running real well. I know a lot of speedrunners aren't happy with the performance of a couple of some of the stuff, but from a casual standpoint, I'm gonna have a good time with these for sure.
Freeze.
All right, let's see if let's do the old Prozac skip here, because for those of you that might not be aware of the speedrunner's trick called the Prozac skip, normally you'd have to go all the way over here and down through there and through the engine room. Well, a speedrunner named Chewable Prozac discovered that if you come down this way to this broken door, throw something and turn around, you'll actually, like, extend Snake's hitbox through the door to the load zone on this side, so we can skip the entire engine room. And then, of course, I stole the Prozac skip and saved us a minute and a half in Twin Snakes. One thing that I, like, really enjoy is the fact that... Wait a minute. Those are probably stun grenades. But one thing that I do enjoy quite a bit, the last time I played this was on a PS2, so this looks visually way better. Oh, that's right, I beat Olga. That's what happened. The hand grenades don't show up until after you beat Olga, because there's no way to get lethal weapons until after the Olga boss fight.
Snake, wait! Don't move! I see it.
Yeah, we know, Otacon.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes' time for the scheduled briefing session with the Commandant. You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Yeah, I'll probably run through the end of the tanker and then switch over to Metal Gear 3. That way I can avoid Raiden. You got the Hidden Johnny line? What's the Hidden Johnny line? I probably know it, but I'm drawing a blank on it right now. Yep, ladder glitch incoming. I'm terrible at it, too. So this is probably going to be pretty funny.
Okay, Snake.
We initiated development of...
Find Johnny in the toilet in the Core 1 and behind the pillar with a... I knew about Johnny in the Shell Core 1, but I don't know if I knew about him behind the pillar. That's interesting. Alright, let's see if I can do this here. Give me the... Where'd my scope go? I don't have binoculars. Where did my binoculars go? Because I started the game with those, did I not? Somehow I lost my binoculars. I'm going to have to go back and watch this. Am I just nuts, or are you supposed to have binoculars? It's called the scope. Alright, I guess I'll have to do this ladder glitch with the camera then.
The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
I already screwed it up.
The hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world.
You might be able to do it with a box. I know I can do it with a digital camera, but typically it's done with a scope because it's right there in the inventory. I don't remember how to do the ladder glitch. Let me try it with a box. See what happens.
The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear.
Yep.
With Ray,
oh, there we go.
hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are...
That is such a funny animation. I want to actually jump around like that a little bit.
And it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this.
Let's see if I can do that again.
At the moment, every industrialized...
This ladder glitch is just so funny. I mean, the only way I can do it is one of the slowest ways to do it. There's a glitch with, like, there's a version with, like, the magazine and everything else.
They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft...
We're just going to hop around down here for a little while.
Of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarines.
Snake, you okay?
I will always laugh at that. All right, let's get through this.
We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal
screwed it up.
Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this.
Well, here we go. I'll just go out of bounds.
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe...
Because now that I'm at floor level,
for Metal Gear.
I can just go out of bounds
Worse yet, so do a number of
and go through these doors as normal.
They are all working on deploying their own...
That's one way to do it.
...to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the...
Whoops. Bunny hopping snake is hilarious.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the U.S.'s nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives.
Freeze. Freeze. Freeze.
What's going on?
All right.
Snake! Snake!
It's gonna do the roll and go then.
They are all working...
That actually slows down the old PC version. Like the old PC version lags right there, so we'll see how that goes. No lag. That was dope.
Carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy...
I don't know. The only thing I know about speedrunning this game is the tanker.
The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable...
Good.
There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player.
Good.
This project is vital to the Marine Corps.
All right, let's see if Otacon liked my pictures.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first one
I used to mess with Otacon all the time.
You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. Okay, what am I seeing now? This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well.
Yeah, it does.
The next image is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the bag. Next up is... Okay, this works. It's a great front
Cool,
view.
I got all 4 pictures in two
Okay,
spots
now we have
in one go-round. So that's cool.
We, the Marines, will...
Yeah, I'll go ahead and make a save. Why not? for some reason... I can't bring up the menu like I did with Metal Gear 1. Because it's the L1 and R1 button in Metal Gear 1. Because I didn't... And it's not letting me bring up my... There's my controller layout. Yeah, it's on left bumper and right bumper, so... Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna...
Raiden, first get to the upper section of the big shell.
Alright, well, we'll just do that. We'll just do close window. So, alright, let's check out Metal Gear 3. This is the one I've really been wanting to check out. Because I haven't even played HD Metal Gear 3 in a long time. The last time I played it was on a PS2, which didn't have the free roam camera and all that stuff, so it was a lot more difficult to play than I remembered, because I was used to the HD version from back in the day. Oh yeah, I gotta go through all this. So here's the game menu for Metal Gear Solid 3. First, I'm going to change my button settings. So I want my PlayStation buttons. Download Japanese language pack. Can we get that one for this? Or do we have to? Can we still not get this one? Nope, still can't get the Japanese language pack for this. Game selection. North American version or European version. Playing the North American European version, save data is shared across both the North American and European versions. It is not compatible with the Japanese version. Okay. So here's the master book. These I'm really happy about. I love these. So you get like this whole Metal Gear archive. So we've got the Metal Gear archive, which spans like basically every game throughout the series, even the spin-offs. You know, we got stuff about Portable Ops, you know, just little summaries of each game. All the way back to, you know, Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. It actually doesn't include Snake's Revenge in here. That's kind of interesting. But then there's the world of Metal Gear and how it ties in with ours, you know, all the characters, what games they appear in, and then you've got, you know, like a summary and everything of the entire Metal Gear 3. So, Grim, if you're still there, this might actually answer a few questions of like, hey, you know, who is this guy and how is he important? And then here's like commentary, you know, some like behind the scenes stuff that you can read through. All kinds of stuff. So there's like a whole timeline for the boss. It's just tons of information in here. Maps for each level where all the keratins are. That's pretty cool. You can also play background music while you read through these. You can put a bookmark in there. So, yeah, that's... I really dig that. And then there's also the screenplay book. So it's like you could read through the whole thing as if it was like a movie screenplay. You know, you've got basically every codec in here, all that stuff. And there was, I think it was in the master book, actually. There was, at least in Metal Gear 2, Yeah, hidden features. So like first-person view secrets, like the Ocelot battle. Shooting down a hornet's nest will give Ocelot a scare. On the other hand, if the battle drags on, he will shoot down nests around Snake. Ocelot's bulletproof beret. Shooting his head will knock his beret off, but it won't cause any damage. He'll pick it up and put it back on. Secret items. The Fury battle, the Volgan battle, the boss battle. You know, so it's like probably not every Easter egg, but a decent number of them, you know? So that's pretty cool. During the ending, when Snake and the President are shaking hands, press the first-person view button while the President is standing in front of the window to see Ocelot outside the window. So, yeah, I dig a lot of this stuff. I'm happy about it, for sure. And the fact that I can play Metal Gear 3 on PC, that makes me happy as shit. See, I'm just going to run around in this game a little bit. I'm not going to, like... So I've been skipping cutscenes and stuff like that. I've been skipping codecs and things like that because I want to just kind of get my feet wet and kind of just check these out. Come on now. There we go. And as you can see, this is a direct port from the HD collection because it says HD collection right there in the bottom corner. And when you get to the main menu, it says HD edition. So, so if you were hoping for like a remaster or, you know, anything like that, it didn't happen. This is just new ports of old games. And I'm happy about it. And from what I understand, speedrunning this game, this particular version, is a big upgrade because now we're not relying on a PS3. I am interested to see how CQC functions, though. I wonder what happens if you press I like MGS 3. Because I think if you press MGS 1, I don't think anything happens. MGS 2, you get the stupid Raiden mask. But, yeah, well, we'll do that. Game ends when being seen by an enemy. Okay. You know, let's just do very easy. I'm not... When I do a casual playthrough this, I'll probably do,
After
normal.
the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era.
This game's a lot louder than Metal Gear 1 was. So yeah, I'm gonna skip through these.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtuous?
I don't know if we did or not, actually. I mean, I am playing the US version. I think you had to beat the game once to get European Extreme. I do remember seeing it. But yeah, I think you had to beat the game once and then you unlocked it. Maybe that's because maybe picking you know, I like MGS 3 unlocked it right off the bat. This game almost seems too bright. But yeah, having this 3D camera is very nice. Or full range motion camera, I should say. In the original PS2 version, it wasn't. It was just locked like MGS2. When they did the Metal Gear 3 Subsistence game, they added that. Whoops. And I think there was... Yeah, okay, so if you press the R3 button, it'll actually give you the old camera. That just goes like this. So you can have it both ways.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons,
right.
Footprints, sweat, or bodily waste.
I want to kill
Same
things,
goes for
man.
Bullets and cartridges too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Of course they will.
I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose.
I wish once you started skipping these, there was a way to play them, but oh well.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Oh, hell yeah. I bet it was good to go through it again. You're gonna hear a lot of snoring in the background. The dog just moved closer to me and now he's snoring even louder. Yeah, dog tags are going to take a while. Oh, I got this anyways. Oh, that's right. You start with it, but if you pick, I like MGS 2, then he'll actually take his flight helmet off and have it automatically. In Soviet Russia. Nope, doesn't look like it so far. I think once you beat the game, because I saw a guy actually speedrun this on Xbox yesterday. I think once you actually beat the game, you get like all of the old like downloadable camos from the PS2 days, I think. So you unlock quite a few upon beating the game. Oh yeah, I have to apply my same control scheme from MGS2 to this one. So, add extra command, left stick click. There we go. Now I can lower my gun with triangle. Oh, I got a trophy for that because I got a camo index of 90%. Now that there's actually a like a PC port of this game, you know, that'll allow us to have auto splitters and things of that nature. I might give the speedrunning this game a shot. Maybe. I wonder if that R1 button is different for Xbox versions. It probably is.
Probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
All right.
Snake, your presence is...
This is so much nicer than the PS2. The last time I played it was on a PS2, and boy howdy did I have a rough time.
Huh? Answer me. The crocodiles are ferocious. Answer me. Bastard. Speak.
Okay, so it was either X or triangle to do that. Because I kind of just fat-fingered the buttons to see what would happen. Got him. Oh, hey, there's a frog right there. Oh, I just got 3 trophies. I got a tree frog. I can't wait till Delta comes out. I'm gonna be happy for that too.
Freeze.
Don't shoot me, please. Oh.
You know, I don't know if I've ever actually held a guard up in this version of this game. I never took the time. Man, I'm just shaking this dude down for everything. Grenade, ammo, more ammo.
Freeze.
Grenades. Oh, that's interesting. So I can run around. No, MGS 3 has the keratins. No dog tags. So, since I haven't played the HD version in so long, you can run around basically any direction. You don't have to hold a button like MGS 1 and 2 to run with your gun out. But if you press L1, then the camera will basically lock you in this direction.
Who's that?
Haha! So yeah, I'm not going to dive into the 2D titles at all today, because I'm going to wait until tomorrow, because I'm going to start Metal Gear MSX tomorrow night. And play that one from beginning to end. I probably won't finish it tomorrow. But I'm not gonna check those out at all today.
Factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight.
Yeah, I heard there was people like, oh yeah, I heard Hideo Kojima was taken out of the credits, I won't support this game, and I'm just like, I mean, whatever. Like, yeah, they did Hideo Kojima dirty after MGS 5, but like, the game literally opens up with the Hideo Kojima, or the, you know, Kojima Productions logo, so people are just mad to be mad. Like, honestly, there was a lot of people mad about shit before this collection even came out, so that was another reason I kind of wanted to experience, you know, kind of dip my feet into these and see what they're, see if they really are trash, because there's, oh, thanks for the follow, man, I appreciate it. But there were so many people that were just, like, complaining before this collection even came out, and I'm like, dude, will you even give it a chance?
Radio, where's our backup?
Yeah.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction.
I'm just gonna skip through all this real quick. Once I get I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's one of them things, like, the way I'm kind of looking at it, like, if I only supported things that did everything the right way, then I would have nothing to support. I mean, Konami's a corporate business. Of course they're assholes. I work for assholes. I mean, you go down the street to McDonald's and order a cheeseburger, you're probably ordering it from a rich asshole. I mean, it's just the way the world is, man. I mean, sure, there are, you know, there are certain issues where, you know, I'll draw the line in the sand and, you know, won't support certain things, but I mean, it's like, I can't not support everything because somebody's an asshole. That's just the way it be sometimes, man. I love how you don't have to do these in order. Like, I'm gonna stitch the wound. Well, actually, I'm gonna bandage it, then stitch it, then put styptic and disinfectant on it. Seems like a good way to do it. Broken bone. Another cut. Broken bone. Need some ointment. Yeah, this game looks nice. For this game came out almost 20 years ago, and for it being a 20-year-old game, right. I mean, I'm sure if I created something, if I was in his shoes, I'd still want people to play the shit. Yeah, these cutscene skips are pretty nice. MGS 2, it seems like they'd still take a minute, but they're a lot faster on MGS 3.
So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced...
Again, like I said earlier, I will be revisiting all of these and doing a casual playthrough of all of these. I don't think you ever could. I don't think you can skip the credits in any Metal Gear game. I could be wrong on that, though. Yeah, this is probably where I'm going to cut it off for the day, though. Let's see, I've put 2 hours into these. So I got a pretty good feel for them. Okay, there's return to title screen right there. Like, I even saw earlier somebody was mad that they didn't have the Snake versus Monkey minigame in here, and I'm like, dude, it wasn't even in the HD collection for the PS3 like 10 years ago. If you were mad about it, you should have been mad about it then. Got the demo theater already? Oh, I remember this menu. This was awesome. I feel like I shouldn't be able to watch these because I haven't gone through the game already. From what I'm hearing, people are complaining that it's Peep demo theater. Oh, okay, that's all the first-person stuff. Yeah, I feel like these shouldn't have unlocked this early because I feel like I should only be able to watch the cutscenes that I've seen. Because I definitely haven't seen all of these. So that's interesting. Yep, doesn't have the nightmare in it. That's bullshit. But I've seen people complaining that apparently these are in 720p, not 1080p, and it's upscale. It's a 720p game upscaled to 1080. So people are mad about that. People are mad about the 8-point analog in MGS1. Yeah, in the original PS2, if you made a save in the prison and then loaded that save, Snake would have like a nightmare. It was a little mini game that you could play through. That was kind of neat. That was taken out of every version since the original. Yeah, when you it's only in the original PS2 Snake Eater. If you make a save in the prison and then, you know, like restart your console or whatever, or go back to the main menu, do whatever you want to do to get back there, but then load a save, load the save that you made in the prison, and Snake will have a nightmare. And it's like a little mini game, like a hack and slash type mini game. The rumor that went around for a long time was that it was, you know, like a game that was cut, you know, or it was a demo for a game that was coming out in the future or something. Let me load this up real quick. Just kind of check out the menu for this anyways. Because this is what I'll be starting tomorrow night. But from a casual standpoint, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of all of these. From a speedrunning standpoint, I saw a speedrunner go through the main 3 games last night, and they're not happy about MGS1 because the load times are still slow as shit. But apparently from what I understand, the Switch version is now the fastest to speedrun Metal Gear 1. Not sure how, but it is. Something about fast loading times on cartridges or something. And then I I think MGS 2, there was something going on in that made it slower to speedrun or something like that. So everybody was hoping that the Master Collection would, like, give us, you know, faster version, you know, speedrun times, but it's looking like that's not going to be the case. But from a casual standpoint, yeah, I would definitely recommend picking up this collection because, you know, the extras and, you know, the screenplay book and, you know, all that stuff. The master book. So yeah, this is going to be a good time, especially going through these. So yeah, here's where we get Metal Gear. We can play it in any of these languages. Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake in any of these languages. So I'm going to deep dive into the original Metal Gear tomorrow, and then lastly here in the bonus content, that's where we get the this is where we get the NES port for Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge in the bonus content. So I'll be playing these as well. Here's where the digital graphic novels are, and I absolutely dig the menu music in this bonus content. It's awesome. Well, right now, currently, the fastest version that I know of to play for, like, Metal Gear Solid 2, for instance, is the old Substance PC port was the fastest way to run it because it didn't count load times in IGT. Whereas the console versions, like, I speedran the tanker on my PS2, or my PS3, and I think the tanker took me like 6 minutes 37 seconds or something like that. It was like a high 6-minute time, and on PC I was able to cut that down by a minute because like all of the load times were part of that. But it seems like the like loads are slower than the old PC version, I think, because it's the HD port. Not the original PC port of Substance was the OG Substance port, not the HD Substance port. So I think this version loads slower. I think, I'm not 100% sure. Metal Gear 1 is essentially just an emulated version, so it still has super slow load times from what I understand. I'm not going to be doing a bunch of speedrun testing on these, probably. I'm probably just going to enjoy them for what they are, but you know, I mean, if speedrunning these is your thing and you were hoping to get, you know, a new version to speedrun and, you know, different things like that, then I could understand the disappointment from that regard, I guess. The biggest disappointment is probably the fact that that Metal Gear Solid 1 only has 8-point movement on an analog stick, whereas my original Black Label copy I tested last night has full 360 analog movement. So that is kind of the biggest disappointment that I've gotten out of it, but that's about it. Overall, I'm fairly happy with this collection. I think it's going to be fun to go back and revisit these on a newer console and on my PC and all that. I think it's going to be a good time. I'm pretty stoked for it. So, yeah. So I'm going to call it a day. I've put about 2 hours into these. So do come back tomorrow. I will be playing the original Metal Gear MSX right here. I'm going to take a deep dive into that game tomorrow and play through the whole thing casually. I'm not going to skip codecs, cutscenes, all that. We're going to actually play it the way it's supposed to be played. And then following that, I'm going to play the NES port of the same game, because the NES port, from what I understand, is way different than the original MSX version. So I do want to experience both versions. And then I'm going to play Snake's Revenge. And then I'm going to play Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. And then I'll go through Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. And then I'll probably finish that up with a Metal Gear Solid 4 playthrough. So, damn, just that little bit, I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 achievements. Just in that, like, half hour that I played. Neat. So, yeah, definitely going to be spending some time on this. I'm debating on adding a second day to the stream schedule. Or a third day, actually, I should say. Because right now I play Tomb Raider. I'm playing Tomb Raider Legend on Sunday night. And then these will be on Wednesday night. So this will be a one-day-a-week thing. And then I was going to do Tomb Raider Underworld after Tomb Raider Legend. But those games, I don't think it's going to take me too long to get through. So what I might do is power my way through those Tomb Raider games. And then come back and do these twice a week. So these might be once a week until I finish Tomb Raider and then do these twice a week. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. And then I might do some, like, Twin Snake speedruns or, you know, some Baldur's Gate speedruns or something in the mornings. I'm not 100% sure when I plan on fitting those in yet. So yeah, definitely got some cool stuff coming up. If you're a fan of the Uncharted series, do head over to the Grim Gamer. Go ahead and throw your links in there if you're still watching. But the Grim Gamer is going through the entire Uncharted series. So if you're a fan of the Uncharted series, he'll be doing those tomorrow. Tonight, actually. He will be playing the, hopefully finishing Uncharted 2 tonight, and then next week moving on to Uncharted 3. So that'll be a good time. Obviously, there's a lot of interest around the Master Collection, so everybody that's popped in and said hi and checked out the stream today, I appreciate it. It was one of the better ones I've had recently, so big thanks to all of you for that. Hopefully I'll see y'all again, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow night while we go through Metal Gear for the originally for the MSX. So on that note, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to maybe take a nap before I go to work. So I'll see y'all again, hopefully real soon. Stay suave.